This customer ordered the most colorful cake. The theme for her party was my first fiesta. I first started by adding the name on the cake, and yes, I had to pull out my ruler for this. I wanted to make sure it was very straight. My first idea was to dot the letters, but it was not working out for me. So I switched over to tracing them and then just checked to make sure that I could still see them. This worked a lot better and I was able to see every letter very clearly. Keep in mind, I did this on a very chilled cake so that way the paper did not stick. Here's a little close-up. On the camera you can't see it very much, but I can see it a lot better in person. There's going to be a lot of details on this cake, so I knocked out the name first so that way I can work around it. In the inspiration photo that she had sent over, everything on the side of the cake had this embroidery look. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a little close-up of me making the name. It's just a back and forth motion to make it look like there's these little lines. And not that y'all asked, but my hand was hurting so bad after I finished this entire cake. For the details that went around the base, I wanted to have some kind of symmetry to them. So I took a few of my small cutters that I had to make designs. I lightly pressed them against the cake so I can see the shape. In some parts the buttercream did stick to my cutter and pulled away from the cake, but it's nothing we can't fix with the icing that will go over the shape. This customer wanted to stick with the same colors as her inspiration photo, so we had pinks, blues, red, orange, and greens. In the inspiration photo there's also a lot of buttercream florals on top. And if we're being honest, that is not my strong suit. I have attempted to make buttercream roses using the nail tool, twisting it around in my hand as I pipe, but they look so terrible. So if you're a baker and you have any tips for that, please let me know. A trick that helps me is simply just piping on parchment paper, forming the design that I want, and sticking them in the fridge to harden. That way I can just remove the flowers with my hands and place them wherever I want. In the inspo photo, there was two borders, a red one on the top, which was simply a red squiggly line. Once I was done piping all the details on the side of the cake, I added the bottom border. It was the same kind of border as the inspiration photo, just this orange ruffled look. And here are the flowers that I was talking about that I made. I just add a dollop of buttercream where I want to place that flower, and can easily just pick up the flowers and put them where they need to go. Here is more of the top view of this process, and if you suck at flowers, then definitely try this out too. After filling up the top, it was time to move on to the leaves. I used a darker and a lighter shade of green with two different leaf piping tips. The last detail was just to add a number 1 topper, and here's that final cake. Let me know what you think.